Local police are spending a lot of time on Facebook these days. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Savanna Tomei.
And I'm Kelly Runyon. Local police departments are using social media as a means of communicating to the public. Well, and Savannah, it's working.
So far, the Charleston Police Department's Facebook page has received more than 4,000 likes. Newswatch's Sean Copeland spent the day learning the process of Facebook's crime-fighting abilities, and he joins us live in the studio. Good evening, Sean. I'm Savanna Tomei. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of Newswatch Nightcap. The Neoga School District is looking at making some major cuts in the 2013-2014 school year, a move that would save the district almost $500,000. As Newswatch's Sean Copeland reports, the district says they'll look at everything from personnel to sports programs. City, county, and state officers came to Casey today to train for the situation any parent, including Danny Smith, dreads: a school shooting.
I think that it's great. I think that the more training, the better, and the more attention that gets brought to these kinds of things, the better. I think that schools all over the country should be doing it, and that we should be doing everything that we can to protect our kids.
Go upstairs.
This session, organized by the East Central Illinois Mobile Law Enforcement Training Team, taught officers basic principles in the classroom about clearing rooms and identifying a shooter. But some of their lessons were a little more hands-on. Although the recent shooting in Newtown, Connecticut resonates with a lot of Americans, KZ Police Chief Mark Jenkins says this training session has been scheduled since November. Other officers say they've been working on lessons like these since the Columbine shootings in 1999 to teach officers the essential skills they need to handle these situations.
I feel that, even though it's a slim chance, there is a chance that any school in the country could be involved in a school shooting. And we as police need to know how to respond.
Jenkins says the importance of programs like this is huge because someday these officers could have to respond to a real situation.
80% of the police departments in the country are small departments, less than 10 officers, so there's a good chance it's going to be 2 or 3 officers responding, so then the training becomes even more critical.
Today's training put officers through realistic simulations. Some of the tactics taught in today's session are being kept under wraps so officer response can't be predicted. I was allowed to sit in on the session in the middle of the action, and as one officer told me, they take this training very seriously and hope they never have to use it. Live in the studio, I'm Savanna Tomei. Casey, back to you.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Kelly Runyon.
And I'm Savanna Tomei. Jury selection started this morning in the trial of 17-year-old Terry Payton.
Payton is accused of stabbing 53-year-old Kathy Payton to death at their home in Paris on June 24th, 2011. Newswatch's Sean Copeland was at the Edgar County Courthouse today and spoke with those in the community about this well-known case.
Well, let the party begin. Overcast skies and the threat of rain haven't dampened Mardi Gras. Parading kicked off this morning around dawn. Parade goers lined up despite the threat of inclement weather. Some families even camped out overnight to stake out choice spots. Mardi Gras is traditionally celebrated on the day before Ash Wednesday, which marks the beginning of Lent for Roman Catholic Christians. And while Mardi Gras and Ash Wednesday may be on the minds of Catholics, so is the recent news regarding the Pope. The resignation of Benedict XVI has jump-started an ancient and secretive process to replace him. Joe Bitterman tells us how Cardinals will choose their new leader.